You're right.
Ready? It's recorded?
Yep.
Shalom. Like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem wa Rakab Kadash. We out here another week to prophesy, and we are known as the Israelites. Okay, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy about the up and coming calamities of this world to come. Okay, and the upliftment of the ones of our people that repent from the Heavenly Father. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started with what is it? Yeah, what you got?
Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your souls.
Yeah, read it again.
In your patience possess ye your souls.
Right, in your patience possess ye your soul. So in other words, you have to own it in. Because the topic that we're going into right now as it stands is behavior. Okay, and this truth requires a certain mentality. And the mentality that you gotta have a structured mindset. All right, you can't let you have to try not to let little things get the best of you, man. Because when it's all said and done, we're here to go through, you know, the pearls, okay, of this world. All right, and that's all due to us being builded within ourselves. So when the time comes, okay, when the destruction comes, we'll be mentally prepared and also spiritually prepared. All right, so right now, as it stands right now, we have to build ourselves up. We have to go through resistance. So when that time comes, we're ready and prepared. Okay, so let's read that again.
Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your soul.
Right, in your patience possess ye your soul. So you got to be patient as well. Which the word patient, when you go into the word, as many of our heads have broken down already, the word patient means to suffer. So the disciples of the Heavenly Father, they were men of suffering, so that they can pretty much afterwards receive the blessings, man. As the saying goes, humility comes first and then honor. So before we receive the honoring, which we will receive the honor, first and foremost we have to go through our little tribulation, all the way up to the end point. All right. Because when you read about the disciples and those that truly journeying follow the Heavenly Father, they were going through their little tribulation, their little personal thing. Okay? It's not like how, as the pastors described the men of the Lord, they were all good and the Lord gave them money and they was pretty much sorted out financially. No. Most of the prophets were going through hard times, man. So if we're going to follow in the footsteps of those same men, which were those same men in the reincarnation, we're going to go through the same similar situations they went through. Okay, so that our faith can be fulfilled, which a lot of people don't have faith. The Lord gave us the ability or the gift of faith to fulfill that exactly which He's given us, man. Okay, so when you react to a lot of stuff that's small, that is minor, then that shows a level of your faith. Okay, that shows that your faith is slow, man. You have to level up your faith a bit. Okay, and a person that has good behavior and a good mindset, okay, within themselves and for this truth, that shows a man of faith. Read that again.
Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your souls.
Okay, go down.
20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Right, and that's just the whole ordeal, man. Because there's going to come a time where martial law is going to be declared on these streets. Okay, just like how the military powers took down Jerusalem. It's something that happened 2,000 years ago during the time of the Masada. That's going to happen again, but more in a different fashion. Okay? It's going to happen in a different fashion. So the point of the matter is I'll tell you what, brother, let's just stand over there, man. I don't understand how people would want to walk through here, and it's just, I don't get it. Maybe most people are colorblind or something, man. They can't see properly. But yeah, man, the point of the matter is that we have to own it in, brothers, and we have to show good behavior in this thing. Okay, not looking like you're gonna mash up the place, man. Okay, you gotta calm it down. Read that.
21. Let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and
Yeah.
let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Right. So that's talking about during the time of 70 AD. Okay. So now what I would like the brother to get me is what is it? 1 Timothy's 3 and 2. Okay. Because I mean, no one said it was going to be easy, man. No one said that this shoe was going to be easy. Go on, brother.
1 Timothy 3 verse 2 says, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober,
Yeah.
of good behavior.
Right. So a structured mind, man. Okay. Because when you get mad at every little thing, man, hey, you just gonna bug yourself out, man. And there's no need to be doing that because worse is yet to come. You think what you're seeing is bad. There's gonna be more worse to come. Okay? So you gotta just let time flow as it is, man. Because the Lord is already getting down. We're already at the end of this place. You know, you see what's happening around the world with Donald Trump and those so-called illegals there, South Central America crossing over the border. So a lot of chaos is happening out here. Okay, and then you have this war situation going on as well, brewing up. So everything's happening. So we gotta focus on what's happening, man, which is the prophecy.
It's
So
not connected up, it's not connected.
oh, it's not connected. All right, let me. That's all right. Let me look it up then. Yeah, read that verse again. Read that again.
1 Timothy 3:2, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
Right, apt to teach. So what verse is that?
That's 1 Timothy chapter 3, verses 2.
Okay. 1 Timothy. Yeah, here we are, right here. Yeah, so the word there is tikos. I mean, my Greek is not really good. You know, I'm only good on the Hebrew. So the word there is apt, and it says and skillful in teaching. So even when you're teaching the word, you gotta be skillful in this thing. You know, you can't just teach the word and because you know you want to cause confusion or hurt somebody, all right? Because you having a bad day. No, you gotta calm the spirit down and you gotta be skillful in this thing. Okay, you gotta have some level of like I'm gonna say, discipline. Okay, being structured, because we're not beasts. You know, we're men with a level of smarts, so we have to act like that. All right. Hey, that's the way of this world. That's the way of this Roman system. Is to have you become a beast. Act on impulse. Act on your feelings and emotions. Okay. All right. But the way of the Lord is a way of being disciplined. So let's read that again.
1 Timothy 3:2 says, a bishop then must be blameless.
Right. It says a bishop then must be blameless. Go on.
The husband of one wife, vigilant, sober.
Yep, and sober. So again, you can't just be wavering in one state of mind to another state of mind. You have to be stable-minded. Like the scripture says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Give me that in James 1 and 8. Because that's the way of Esau. The way of Esau is to be in a beastly state of mind, and that's all of these other nations are. That's why when you read the book of Daniel's, Daniel's likens the different kingdoms as beasts, because the beast is instinctive. Beasts just act on, according to their instinct, and that's how these other nations are. Okay, they just do what they feel. They do what they like, with no sort of thinking, or should I say, thinking about for what they do, the consequences thereof. Okay, so let's get that.
James 1 verses 8 says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Right, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And when you're dealing with a person like that, a guy like that can't keep a job. Okay, he can't keep himself in order. You know, he's emotionally disturbed, or she's emotionally disturbed. All right, and they all over the place, man. They're not coming to camp on time. They're just going through the motions. You know, 1 minute they're cool, and the next minute, you know, they ain't cool, and it's just confusion that's going on inside their mind. So we can't act like that, man. We can't be like that. We have to be of men of discipline. Okay, that's why the 12, they were known as disciples, which the word disciple goes back to the word discipline. So if you're going to be the disciples of the Heavenly Father, which we are in the reincarnation, that means we have to show a high level of discipline and order. And if you're not doing that, then hey, then you're not a disciple. So let's read that.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah, keep going.
Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted.
Right. See, this is what I'm saying. But see, that's all right. That's okay that he did that, because we have to show a level of discretion, a level of order. So we can't get mad at that guy doing that, because most of these people out here, they don't have a life for themselves. They're childish. So, you know, you take a grown-ass man that's like 30-odd years old, has a mind of a child, he's gonna do childish things. And that's what you gotta understand. Most of these men out here are childish. Okay, they're not doing anything they're not doing anything that's of importance.
Unproductive stuff.
Right. They're unproductive, they're not really doing anything. They're just living their boring old lives. They have nothing to do with themselves. They're bored. So they come around here and they want to act silly amongst the guys that's doing something, man. Productive. Okay, go on.
Let the brother, this is 9, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted.
Right, let the brother of low degree rejoice and he's exalted. Because when it's all said and done, we're going to be exalted. All right? All of these other nations out here, all of these different crackers you see out here, they're going to be below us real soon. Like it tells you in the book of Matthew's, I believe it's 24, where it speaks about the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So right now, Esau's in that first position, and then when it's all said and done, they're going to be brought before, and pretty much they're going to be serving us. All right, they're going to be under us, and we're going to have the power to tell them what to do, and they can't do nothing about it, because they're going to be in total servitude, man. So what you could do, brother, get me that in the book of Matthew, I believe it's 24. It speaks about. Let me see if I can get the verse. I think it's 22. Matthew's 22. Right. As a matter of fact, get Matthew 19 and 30. It's like we were speaking before we started camp. All of this stuff that we see happening around us, all of this foolishness that we see going on, it's all for the temporary moment. Okay? Because this ain't gonna last forever. This is what you call a short. What is it, man? What's the word I can really use?
Temporary?
Yeah, this is pretty much this particular lifestyle is only a short span. Okay, it's a short period of time. Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Matthew 19:30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Exactly. So who's in a position of being first? The so-called white man. And being that he's in power, what's being exalted? Foolishness. So when it's all said and done, all of this right here, all of this nonsense that's going on out here, it's all going to be pretty much subdued. And the real order and the real wisdom understanding, which is the wisdom of these scriptures, the wisdom and understanding of the Heavenly Father, is going to consume the whole entire earth. Okay? But right now, the foolishness has to reign and show what they got to the table. And show exactly what it means to, what it means on how not to. Okay? The Lord is going to make an example out of these devils out here. Alright? That's in a position of power. And how the Lord is going to do that, as we can read in various different scriptures. I mean, we could talk about the destruction. We could talk about the chaotic times getting ready to come when the economy collapses. When all of these things come together, all of these different plagues and destructions come together, that's when it's going to be made. That's when it's going to be made known, all right, on how not to rule. Like Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah will always be remembered as a society that got totally decimated due to those brimstones that pretty much rocked that city. So when those missiles hit ground zero on America in certain areas in these lands, that's going to be remembered forever. Okay? And even in the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be spoken of. So let's read that.
30, Matthew 19:30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Right. So we're going to be in that first position, because right now we're at, what is it? The first five, the last high. Okay? And the way it looks right now, yeah, it may seem like Jay can go amount to anything, but hey, the Lord has his way. And the Lord's ways is definitely uncomprehendable to mankind. All right, because mankind is in a lower condition. The Lord's way is higher than our ways. Matter of fact, give me that First Samuel, the second chapter. Because when it's all said and done, man, we're going to inherit the glory. The everlasting glory that Paul was referencing. Okay, so this work right here it's got to be done, and it will be done, because it's in the Father's will that this work is going to be done, and everything therein is going to be done. Okay.
First Samuel 2. What verse, y'all?
Yes, 6.
6. Right, yeah. First Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive, and bringeth down the grave and bringeth up.
Yeah.
Bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, brother, come around here. Come around here. Yeah, that's my big guy.
I'll read it again. First Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive,
yep,
and he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Yeah, go on.
The Lord maketh the poor and maketh rich.
Right, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. Keep going.
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Right, he bringeth low and he lifteth up. So any nation that is in a form of any kind of power, the reason why that nation is in power, not by the will of man, but by the will of the Father. So what the Lord does, the Lord gives those, these particular groups of people the knowledge to rule, like the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds had their way to come up above everybody else, okay, and they manipulated their way to the top, so that when they reign supreme, that would then fulfill in the revival of ancient Rome coming back in the fullness, okay. And I gotta take it a couple of centuries back, because you had the Renaissance era, and the Renaissance era was when Caesar Borgia was on the scene, and you also had what's the guy's name, man? I went to the Americas and slaughtered those natives, Christopher Columbus. So when these guys came on the scene, they brought the revival of Rome. And then the Rothschilds came centuries later to pretty much, you know, foundationize this whole entire system altogether. All right, so that this society can rule and be fulfilled. And then once everything's fulfilled of this society, and the sins reach up to the heavens, then the Lord is going to bring it down, and that's what we're seeing happen. Okay, and to show us a lesson what wickedness is all about, and that's why the so-called white is in power today. All right, to show a level of wickedness on a higher degree, and then the Lord is going to make a prime example out of it. And then we're going to learn a lesson from this. So read on.
Hey, he riseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill.
Exactly. So when you look at the state of the nation of Israel, we're the beggars right now. Okay, we're in a begging state economically. Okay, we're in a position where we have to depend on all things, or select it. We have to depend on nations for the one of all things, pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy 28. All right? If the nation shall get above thee very high, we shall only come low and be only oppressed. So that's being fulfilled as I speak. Okay? But what's happening as I also speak too, is there's a gradual transformation that's happening, and Esau's starting to go through the curses now. All right, that's what's happening right now, because what we're entering into a transformation of Jacob's rulership, and this is why this word is getting out so valiantly, man, so exponentially. And as this word is getting out so heavy, the end is pretty much coming closer and closer. You know? So we have to keep pushing this word out, man. Non-stop. Keep going.
To set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
And that's ultimately going to come at the last, when it's all said and done. Because this society ain't got long. Right, like I said, if you go look around the world, you see all kinds of things happening. All right, people dying every single day. Okay, animals are dying because the earth is so polluted and destroyed. And then you also got the wars brewing up. You got China, you got Russia and Iran, especially Russia. Russia's sending those S-3 and 400 weapons down to its allies. Okay, and other things are going on. And then you have the situation down there in South Central America, how those so-called illegals down there pretty much going over the border into the United States. And then in America as well, you have all of these different parties. You have the liberals against the right? Right, the conservatives against the liberals. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion happening on this earth. And all of that confusion is going to brew up, it's going to get worse and worse until Esau really winds up having to shut things down, man. All right, and these guys out here, they're just gonna pretty much witness their downfall, and that's why they walked around, because they want to hear what we have to say, and that's why they standing here. All right, but what's happening is this society is going downhill, man. As I speak, this revival of ancient Roman system is going down, and we're coming up. Okay, because who runs the society? Matter of fact, give me Job 9 and 24. Okay, because see, England and America, man, they were the main countries that was holding the system down. Mainly America, because America influences the world, although it's not the most powerful, but it's the most influential. But when you have two dominant countries that are dividing against one another, guess what? Now you have a destructive system. Now you have a society that's pretty much deteriorating within. Like you have this whole Brexit situation, the dividency of the EU. So all of these things is going to bring in the end of this revival of ancient Roman system, the end of the world, man. Go on, brother.
Job 9:24 says, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
Right.
Covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So who is that wicked? Let's get Malachi 1 and 4. And we keep hitting the same scriptures week in and week out. But guess what? That's the power of repetition as a level of power. Because if you keep saying the same thing over and over again, what you're doing is you're pretty much bringing out that same vibration. Like when you read about the wars of Jericho, all of the Israelites came together and they chanted the downfall of the wars of Jericho, and the wall came down. So what we're doing is we're bringing a vibration out there. All right, go on.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
And that's exactly what happened. The Greeks came into power, and then after the Greeks fell, you had another group of Edomites that came as the Romans. All right, and then when the Romans fell, and then Jake ruled Rome for a certain period of time, and then they reverted back into rulership in these times. Go on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Right, they shall build and I will throw down. So they're building this system up. Now the Lord is going to destroy this shit right here. The Lord is going to take down this whole entire system. Okay, as he's doing it by fulfilling his words. Fulfilling what's said in the scriptures. Go on.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Right, and this particular chapter here, which is chapter 1 of Malachi, this is speaking about Edom or Esau. So now we know who the wicked are, and who the people of Esau and Edom. They're the so-called Europeans. And they've backed up the scripture, although they say they don't believe in the scriptures, but they've actually backed up the scriptures according to their works, to their deeds. Okay? Now go back to what you was reading before. As a matter of fact, give me Daniel's the 2nd chapter. Give me Daniel's 2 and 41. Start from there. Daniel's 2 and 41.
Daniel 2:41. Whereas thus saith the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but these shall be in it of the strength. But these shall be in it of the strength of the iron.
Yeah.
For as much as thou sayest, the iron mixed with mire clay.
Right, and what that goes into is economically and militarily. You got certain, you have certain countries within the EU that are weaker militarily and economically, and some that are stronger militarily and economically. All right? But in the midst of these different countries within the EU, there's going to be a dividance. Go on.
42. As the toes of the feet were part of iron, part of clay.
And this is talking about a sect of the Roman Empire. Okay, because when you look at the statue, the head of the statue was referring to what is during the time of during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, which he was an Assyrian that was a Babylonian that ruled at the time. And then as you go down, it goes into all of the different kingdoms that came in rulership. Okay, go on.
So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
You go on.
43. Whereas thou sayest, iron mixed with mire clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another.
Right, and they shall not cleave one to another. So that's why you have you have a thing such as the Brexit, okay, and things of that nature. Because what's happening is this society is now